Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So a little while ago I made a Zodiac video and I just went through kind of like my experiences and my opinions on Zodiac signs and whatnot. And you guys seem to like it, but today, you know what? We're going to be a little problematic because I'm going to be ranking and roasting the Zodiac signs. I saw someone else here on YouTube doing this and I'm forgetting their name at this moment, but I'm going to put it right here just so you know, like, this is not my original idea. This is the original video that I saw and I thought it was really fun and a good idea. So we're gonna get into that right now. Before I start though, I do want to say the whole nature of this video is to roast the signs, so please do not get offended by anything I'm saying. That's the whole point of this video, is to, you know, be offensive, I guess, and like laugh at each other. Let's like laugh at ourselves, you know? I am gonna be roasting my own Zodiac sign. Like, it's important to be able to have a sense of humor about this stuff. And if you really feel triggered by anything I'm saying, maybe do some inner reflective work about that. But yeah, anyways, I'm not here to be anybody's therapist. Let's get into this. I'm gonna be ranking them like from my like least favorite to my favorite. But I'm still going to be roasting everybody, so no one's safe. By the way, if you're a developed version of your Zodiac sign, you're not going to relate to anything I'm saying in this video, so I just want to put that out there. Alright, coming in at spot number 12, we have Leo. Leos, you guys are you take everything so personally, and it's the self-centeredness for me. It's the not being able to have any outside anything affect your ego. Like, the ego is just so big in a Leo, and that's obviously like facts, you know, everybody knows that. But Leos, y'all are just so up your own ass to the point that it's just not healthy. Leos can never admit that they're wrong about anything. Y'all be so jealous, and for what? Like, I've known Leos that are so gorgeous and they have so much going for them, and yet they want to bring other people down, or you know, they view everything as a competition, or like they're just incredibly competitive, and it's not even a competition like that. So what the fuck? Why are you guys doing this? Like, why are you guys making everything a problem, a show, a drama? It's not. Leos are also so hopelessly romantic. Y'all need to cut it out with that shit. The rose-colored glasses are on and popping. They're glued to your eyes at this point. I mean, it must be nice to be in a relationship with a Leo because they will project this image of extravagance and like so much love and all this stuff. But low-key, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of it is fabricated. I don't know. Y'all Leos, let me know. But it all comes at a cost. I made a TikTok once where I was like, pros and cons of dating each sign. And for Leo, I was like, they're generous, but they're selfish. A lot of people in the comments were like, that's contradicting. And it's like, if you have been close to a Leo, you know exactly what I mean. They're generous, but it always comes at a cost. It's not for free, yo. Like, it's like, think about the King Leo himself, David Dobrik. What do you have to give up in order to get the gifts that he gives, in order to get the clout that he'll give you? You have to literally put yourself in the most fearful situations that you personally could go through, you know? So I don't know if it's worth it to be friends with a Leo, to be in a relationship with a Leo, because it does come at a cost. All right, coming at number 11, we have Taurus. Taurus used to be my least favorite, not anymore. I kind of have a little more appreciation for you guys, but that's not what this video is about. So Taurus, you guys are so dang stubborn. I don't know how to deal with it, you know, also because I'm stubborn as well, so it's just hard to even get anywhere with a Taurus. But y'all are also conniving. Like, you have these similar traits to Scorpio where you're plotting on the low key. Also, you guys are so slow. And you know what? This is going for like every Taurus placement ever. You guys are so slow. I feel like I gotta wait forever for anything to happen. You know, I could ask for something from a Taurus and they're like, yeah, I got you. But it's like, okay, when? In the next year? Y'all are just like very judgmental as well. And this goes for like every earth sign. But it's like, how can you be so judgmental but then like you don't apply that same judgment to yourself? I feel like Taurans can be very self-pitying, and it's really frustrating because how do you expect to move anywhere if you just keep yourself in the same mindset, in the same place of self-pity forever? and you don't ever try to make a move or, you know, change your mindset. It's really hard to change a Tauran's mindset. Almost impossible. Like, if a Taurus grew up a certain way, it's over, it's done with. That's how they're gonna think for the rest of their life, and it's really unfortunate. All right, moving on to number 10, we have Gemini, which also used to be one of my favorite signs, or one of my least favorite signs, but now I have more of an appreciation for Gemini. But like I said, we're gonna have to roast. It's gonna get harder as the list goes up because I just have like good things to say about the ones on top, but whatever. So Gemini, you guys are so inconsistent. I don't know how to handle it. It's like you are so inconsistent and unable to commit to something that you don't even know if what you're saying is fact. Like, you could be really selling something to someone, like an idea, you know, anything, and you could turn around in the next 2 minutes and be like, wait, actually, I changed my mind. I don't fuck with that at all. Like, it's so frustrating. I don't know how to rely on a Gemini at all. I don't think it's even possible to rely on a Gemini. You guys also will pick up random hobbies or projects or something because you see someone else doing it and you're like, dang, I could do that too. And then you try it and then it's just like whatever and it's over and you're done with it. Where is the commitment? You just jump onto the next thing and there's never any sort of stability in there. Also, it's very hard to find a Gemini that will commit to you romantically. Especially if they have like lots and lots of Gemini in their chart, I would not trust that. You know, they could be fun to be around, but do not trust them for anything they say because that is what words are to Gemini, just words. All right, coming in at number 9, we have Capricorn. I don't have much to say about Capricorn. Like, the typical roast. You guys are boring. I don't really know what to say about you guys. You just work all the time. It's just work and money, which honestly I don't think is a bad thing, but this is a roast, so it's money, 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 you know? It's all about how can I climb this ladder of success. Whenever I envision a Capricorn, I envision a goat, you know, somehow just defying gravity because that's just what Capricorns do. But you guys can be so logical to the point that emotions don't exist to you guys. You know what? It's so weird. I have met Capricorns that they're feeling emotion. Like, they know they're feeling emotion, but to them, they need to logically compartmentalize that emotion. It's so frustrating. It's like, can't you just accept the fact that you're feeling something? I don't get it. Also, there's this need for Capricorns to just fix things. Like, very similar to Virgo. They're like, oh, there's a problem. Okay, let me figure out how to fix it. Like, instead of just feeling it out. Just literally what I was saying. Like, they cannot handle emotion like that. A Capricorn will try to argue something as logic when it's so clearly coming from a place of emotion. Like, bruh, can you see through your own BS? I don't think you can. All right, coming in at number 8, we have Cancer, which is Capricorn's sister sign. I used to really love Cancers, but recently I've been realizing that if a Cancer doesn't have an earth placement, it's really hard for me to handle them. It's very hard for me to handle them. The emotions are very strong with the Cancer, definitely. Unless there's an earth placement in there, like I said. It's a little easier for them to handle emotion and to regulate themselves. Otherwise, a Cancer will just manipulate you emotionally. Like, there's no going around it. And they're really similar to Gemini sometimes in the way that they can't really commit to something, or they're like wishy-washy. They talk a lot of game, but they don't solidify that in reality, if that makes sense. Cancers also can be really egotistical, and it's in a really weird way. It's like when they're going through an emotion, that's the only thing that matters. Okay, it's literally the only thing that matters. But if you're going through an emotion and if you're feeling the same type of way about something that happened to you, it's like there's no empathy. A Cancer can fake empathy to a certain degree, but some Cancers, they really only have empathy for themselves. And it's really weird because they're considered one of the most empathetic signs. I would highly disagree with that. They are in their Cancer shell. They are only wrapped up in their own emotion, in their own little hermit bubble. So sometimes it can be really hard for them to empathize with another person. That also depends on the rest of their chart though, so take that with a grain of salt. But certain Cancers I've met really only are tuned into their own bubble. Coming in at number 7, we have Virgo. Virgos are extremely stubborn. We are a nightmare to argue with. Yes, I am a Virgo, so I'm going to say we. We are a nightmare to argue with. Even if we're wrong, it's really hard for us to admit that we're wrong, really similar to Leo in that way. We cannot let it go, and we can become really obsessive about an argument. We don't want to let it go. We just don't. We can't, because we overthink about it. We overthink about everything, and it's really annoying too to be around a Virgo. I can definitely sense when I'm being annoying because I know I'm overthinking about a certain thing, and like nobody wants to hear about it, okay? Nobody cares, but it's like obsessive in my mind. I can't let it go. I don't know how to. We can also be really a little too serious, kind of like Capricorn, kind of like Taurus, judgmental, but we are also very critical of ourselves, which is why we can come across very critical to basically everybody. Virgos hold themselves to a perfectionist standard, which is why a lot of Virgos can actually not even seem like Virgos, because their standards are too high that they feel like they will never meet them, so there's not even a reason to try in the first place. So a lot of Virgos can actually be pretty messy, you know, like with their rooms, with things like that, because it's like how scattered their mind is. That's kind of how it's going to look on the outside as well. We can really be party poopers as well, I feel like. Like I said, it's that obsessive mind. If we're overthinking about something, if something wrecks our mood, it's really hard for our minds to stop focusing on that thing. We can turn that into a good thing, into determination and focus and all of that, but we can also turn that into something really bad and something that will ruin our night, our week, our month. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can also be a little too helpful to the point where it's like nobody asked. All right, coming in at number 6, we have Pisces. So Pisces are really bad at realizing their wrongdoings, and it's not even in a way that they're mean about it, or like they know that they've done something wrong. I think Pisces genuinely don't realize that they've done something wrong, and they're so go with the flow and whatever, to the point that they can really lack a backbone. And it's really hard for some Pisces to stand up for themselves. Even in this roast, it's like coming off as like self-pitying, or like, you know, like, oh, poor little Pisces. Like, no, guys, come on. Some of you guys really need to learn how to step up and say what you want to say and be who you want to be and stand up to toxicity. Don't just go with it. Don't just flow with the toxicity. Like, why? Pisces can be extremely delusional. They're living in a fantasy world, and I think that's why sometimes that they don't realize that, hey, yo, you've done something wrong. It's because they are in their fantasy world, and in their fantasy world, they've done nothing wrong. Y'all remember Casey Anthony? She is a Pisces. We all know she killed her daughter, but I think in her own mind, she doesn't think that it happened. I think they block out certain things that they're so delusional. I don't understand it. Because I'm a Virgo, so I'm in the real world, you know, but some of them really don't live here. I swear to God, they live somewhere else in their mind. Pisces are also subject to or at risk of becoming addicted to things. And I'm going to leave it vague like that. It could be substances, it could be people, it could be all of it. Pisces can be extremely, extremely codependent because they lack structure and routine and any kind of foundation. So if anyone comes in and brings that for them, they're going to stick by their side, and they're probably also going to emotionally manipulate them so that they stay with them. Coming up at number 5, we have Scorpio. So Scorpios are also very fixated, just like the Virgo, obsessive. They cannot stop thinking about something if it grabs their attention, and that can go in a good or a bad way. That can go negative or positive. But they can be really big on revenge. They don't care about your feelings. They just want to get their revenge because you hurt them, and you might not even realize that you hurt them, because when a Scorpio gets hurt, it's not even a thing where they can even verbalize how they feel. A lot of the times a Scorpio will feel something so intensely, they're not able to verbalize that thing. They sit and they soak in it and they process it to the point where they're like, I'm going to kill this person that hurt me. I'm going to do something bad. You know, like they can be really, really obsessive and really negative and pessimistic sometimes when it comes to getting their feelings hurt and stuff like that. I know because I'm a Scorpio Mars, so I have a little bit of that energy in me. I can totally understand where the Scorpio is coming from. But if you have been done dirty and you're a Scorpio, you have so much capability to become a phoenix rising from the ashes, and just success is the best revenge type of vibe. You can do that. But a lot of Scorpios will want to get revenge. A lot of Scorpios need to like avenge themselves. I don't know how to explain it. Like they're like, you messed me up, so I'm gonna be karma now and I'm gonna come for you. Scorpios can also be really secretive. I guess it feeds into their like mysteriousness, but the secretiveness, yeah, it's a lot, especially if the Scorpio has like a friend or a significant other that would appreciate to know about their life. That's gonna be really hard for a Scorpio to do. Scorpios won't really share a lot of their personal stuff with you, and that's just how they are. It's really weird. I don't get it. Sometimes it freaks me out. Like, I'm like, damn, do I even know you? Scorpios, they just love to keep secrets. Coming in at number 4, we have Aries. So Aries people, okay, so I guess the first thing I should say is that Aries people can just be really angry, like the temper tantrums, you know? But I mean, we all know about that. I feel like Aries just don't really take into consideration other people's feelings or emotions a lot of the time, and Aries reminds me of a bulldozer. Like, they're so strong and determined. They have this very strong will. They're also very stubborn, and they just bulldoze over anything. And they don't even, like Pisces, a little bit delusional, they don't even look at what they're bulldozing. They're just like, I'm just gonna do my thing and I don't care like what happens, like who I hurt or anything like that. They just keep going. Aries people can also be quite crazy. I'm not saying all Aries. I know a lot of Aries also that are very quiet and chill, but I've also known Aries that are crazy, that get themselves into trouble, that know that they shouldn't be doing something, but they do it anyways just because of the thrill, just because like they know that they shouldn't do it, so immediately they want to do it more. And I've seen Aries get into some crazy situations because of that. Okay, coming in at number 3, we have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is also very stubborn, even though they are a mutable sign. Sorry y'all, my dog's barking. Even though Sagittarius is a mutable sign, they can be so stubborn in their philosophies. If they see something a certain way, that is how they are going to see it, point blank period, and they're going to try to get you to see it that way too, even though it just might not work for you, that way of seeing things. You know, their philosophies are very strong. They are a very philosophical sign. They have a lot of ideas, a lot of deep thoughts usually, but they typically want to do things their way or the highway. And to have a good relationship or friendship with a Sagittarius truly depends on which side you're on in terms of their beliefs and their philosophies. If you are opposing them, chances are it's not going to work out. If you believe what they believe and it's a vibe and you get with it and you like the way that they do things and everything, things are going to work out. But if you're on the other end, if you disagree with them in certain ways, like they're probably gonna run away from you. That's another thing about Sagittarius. They don't really know how to face problems head on. They just run away from things. I had a Sagittarius friend who was Snapchatting this guy, and she literally needed to make sure that I was there the next time she opened his Snap, so she would wait for like 2 days, 3 days, however long until she saw me again to open this guy's Snap so that she could get my opinion on what to send to him. Like Sagittarians, they can be really flighty, and if you're relying on them to respond to you, like text you, snap you, anything like that, don't. So coming in at number 2, we have Aquarius, one of my favorites. Aquarius is so bad with emotions. If you cry in front of an Aquarius, they will be very awkward about it. They're not going to know how to react, how to handle it. They'll probably just try to make you laugh. They might even laugh at you, honestly. Aquarius is also quite stubborn with their beliefs and stuff like that. They're very strong on the conspiracy theories, on questioning their reality, which I actually love. but sometimes it can be a bit much, or sometimes it can just be like you feel like they're trying to lecture you about something, or you feel like they have this kind of God complex where they just know everything and they're just the smartest and they've cracked the code. It's like there is an ego on an Aquarius, the same way that there is an ego on Leo. They love attention. They want attention on them. They probably will not admit that, or they might not admit that, but they do love attention. But in a way, they're like, they want to be humble about it, which it's so funny, but it's like, come on, we know you want attention, okay? All right, coming in at number 1, we have Libra, which is my new favorite sign. My favorite sign changes every now and then, but Libra is definitely one of my favorite signs. But you guys, you know, you do have the reputation of being fake, which, you know, it's an earned reputation for sure. They do know how to talk smack about everybody. Even if they like you, they'll talk smack, or they will know how to talk smack about you. A Libra, they have an ability to know the good and the bad of you, and you know, they can talk about either one. Libras are really indecisive. They're probably going to need your opinion on everything, or they're going to need your help on deciding on things. Just like my Sagittarius friend that I had, that story that I told, I'm pretty sure she had a Libra moon, so that should explain that as well. The fact that she needed help from me to decide what to send to that guy is just very, very Libra to me. Libras can also care a lot more about the aesthetic of a person than the person themselves, which can pose as an issue. They also don't know how to decide between people, decide between significant others. It's hard to find a Libra that will commit to something or has committed to something, especially a person. Libras will romanticize literally everything. Oh my god, and some Libras even romanticize like really messed up stuff, like not good things, which is so weird. Like, I've known some Libras that, this was more so in high school, but you know when they're, you know, you're just in high school and you're like teen angst, like I'm so angsty, I'm so edgy, like don't talk to me. That was Libra. Those were the Libras. Am I wrong? Like, I don't know. They really gave me that energy. They were like the ones, you know, that were seen or goth or whatever, like dark, something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, I like that. But it's just that energy of like, I'm that girl, you know? You can't save me, like that kind of energy. That's so Libra. Libras can be so fake deep, posting all these deep quotes and stuff on like their Instagram or Tumblr or whatever. Okay, Tumblr is dead, but you know what I mean, like just posting all these inspirational quotes or like deep quotes, like she's a tornado, like that kind of energy. But like actually, I guarantee you when you get to know the Libra, she's just a normal girl, you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that was me roasting and ranking the signs. I hope you're not mad at me. If you are, though, you could totally leave a hate comment. I would love to read it. But anyways, definitely think about liking this video or disliking this video if you hated it. That would be great. As long as you're interacting with me, I'm happy. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to. I'll be posting a lot more. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye!